Welcome to Wilson's Wild Ride. We do everything RV and travel. If these things interest you, please subscribe and hit that notification so you never miss a beat. We're going to talk about propane up next.
Hey guys, we're here in Port Arthur, Texas. We made it. We made it all the way here for a job. But on the way, we had some really chilly nights. And before we left North Carolina, we had some chilly nights. So that brought us to the fact that the propane tank's empty. Actually, our son, he had to go help his future mother-in-law, I suppose, in upstate North Carolina, and because she had nothing and she didn't know that the propane tank, there's a whole story around that too. He took the propane tank to a gas station twice, and all they did was get him to switch it out, and it ended up being empty. So we're going to explain to you how to tell if the tank is empty and whether or not you should probably switch it out, or if you should get it refilled. That's something that's really important.
I recommend getting them refilled if you can, because when you swap them out, a lot of times you may only be getting one that's got a little over half a tank in it, and if it's just for your gas grill, you may not know that.
Right. And then we'll show you how to tell whether that refill is good or not. But yeah, we do recommend that. Now we're going to explain to you about the propane on the back of the RV and how to make sure that you're safe with it.
All right, now positioning of your tank cover is really important. A lot of times when you're driving, the wind's going to blow this way. So if you have it where the hinges are facing forward, when you flip that open, it should open this way. Because if it's turned around and flipped the other way, if these happen to open and this opens up and it opens that way, the wind will hit it, and when you get to wherever you're going, this will be gone.
Now this is just on a travel trailer. This is just
Correct.
how it is on travel trailers.
This is really
not
just
like a fifth wheel where
where
you have a nice little tank.
Well, yeah, you have your own little compartment for your tanks in there.
Here we have two.
Right. And I'm gonna show you.
And then we keep a spare.
Well, we do keep a spare.
Keep a spare.
Now, ours came standard with 20-pound tanks, so it's a total of 40 pounds. First thing that I do is I go ahead and I shut the tanks on both sides. Make sure they're both shut, and then after that, loosen this wing nut. This wing nut will loosen right up.
And again, this is only on travel trailers.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the next thing that you're going to want to do, the tank that you want to have filled, you're going to break it loose. You're just going to unscrew that, and this valve is pointed to this side, so it's going to this one, even though I went ahead and I closed it anyways, because I don't want to lose any gas that's already running through my lines in the camper.
Okay, I was wondering, like, how do you know that you're safely taking it off?
So right now I'm blocked off. So this right here blocks it off.
Are we off? Are we out on this one?
No, we're not out. Right, I'm not going to swap this out, but I just wanted to show what I do. So
I thought we were out.
Take this loose.
The other night we seemed like we were out.
Yeah. So we take this loose, and then after I loosen this up, this piece right here will slide up. Now sometimes it sticks because this is threaded, and sometimes it'll stick just like it did just then. But after that, this guy here is ready to come right off.
Okay.
And then you could take that off and take it to get it filled up. And if you want to just do the same thing with this one, if you wanted to refill that one too. So that is how you take them off.
Now put it back on.
And when you go to put it back on, okay, now it's full. Depending on your setup, all right. Depending on your setup, mine I have these gauges that let me know how full my tanks are. But now keep in mind that only works if your tank is open.
Okay.
Right, so since it has to go into the front, I face these nozzles to the front and then just screw them back.
Wait, doesn't that have to go on there?
Not yet.
Before you do it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I screw this on, and then I can check how much gas. So you don't want to do that yet, because let's just say you picked one, you swapped it out. You could check to see how much gas you have in there. See, where it's in the green. It's in the green, so that means we're good. All right.
Man,
So-
I wish you had that nozzle with when you go and get your gas.
Well, right. So then sometimes it's kind of a pain, because like I said, it's got those threads and you just get it. This right here has to rest on the edge right there, and then you can take this and screw this right back down. Right. And now this one is, it's faced to that side, so that we're pulling off of this tank right now.
That's good to know.
And when you do that, like if you want
do
to,
you leave that open? Do you leave that open?
I normally try not to, because you want to know when you run out of gas in one tank. And if everything shuts off, like if you don't have heat, or if your stove isn't working or whatever, that's a pretty good indication that you're out of gas. But I like to try to come out here and flip that lid open and peek in there every couple days just to see where I am.
So, but that one is turned off. You leave that one off.
This one is off.
And it'll stay off.
I'll turn this one off, and that's off.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Right, and then I'll turn this one back on over here. And let's see how much we got in that one.
We're in the yellow.
Okay, we're in the yellow. We're getting low. That doesn't mean that we need to fill it yet, but we're getting close to that.
Okay.
Right? So I'm gonna leave it like that. I'll just keep an eye on that for the next couple days, and we'll probably have to, I have a full one that I can replace this one with.
Oh, okay.
But I want to make sure that we get all the use out of it that we can.
Gotcha.
And then,
Well, wait a minute.
does it have
to be completely empty for us to go refill it?
it does not have, well, you know, it doesn't have to be completely empty, but I would rather it be completely empty. That way you make sure to get a full refill. It makes makes getting the refill easier.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. And then after that, you just put that right back over it.
And you make sure
And then you make sure. And oh yeah. And make sure when you put that on that it's faced this way. That way when you're traveling down the road, if these things happen to vibrate or pop forward because you're hitting bumps and everything else, you don't have to worry about
it flying up.
Right, because if it was the other way, it would go like that, and the wind would catch it and it'd be gone.
Okay.
So
and then you strap it back
after that,
down.
do not forget
To strap
get
it.
your little bungee cord underneath here and hook it back.
Gotcha.
And that's it. And then I'm gonna put these little clips back over and tighten them down. And that's it.
Okay.
So here we are, we're at a gas station that exchanges your bottles. Now if you wanted to purchase one is $69.99. Now if you want to exchange yours, it's $29.99 to exchange yours. Now let me show you what I was talking about earlier. So when you see this bottle right here, it does not have a little blue plastic cap on it. That means that is an empty. This one over here that does, that one's a full. It's if you don't pay attention, it's very easy to put your bottle in there and grab one of them and go on to the house. By the time you get back, then you'll figure out that it's empty. So make sure that you do that. Another way you can also do it is when you have yours, you have the new one, feel them both. Make sure that the one that has that plastic cap on it is heavier than the one that you're holding, because that will be a full tank. Okay, another option that you have is you can come to like a Tractor Supply or something, and you can have them refill your bottle. And that is much cheaper to do, and you can be sure that you get your tank filled completely. You saw how much it was at the gas station just then. Here, it cost me $15 to fill that same bottle up. So this is a much better value to refill your own bottle, and you can be sure that it's completely full, because you don't know what you're getting when you go to those gas stations like that. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to enjoy the ride.